How's everyone doing today? My name is CJ Halleck with cjhalleck.com, and in this video it's the next step in our series in starting a business. And in this step we're going to be getting the content together for your account builds, for social media, your profiles, and the basic needs that you have that you're going to want to have in place, so when you're starting the process to create these accounts, everything goes smoothly. So I have a text document open here, and we're basically going to go through the main sections, right? So we're going to start off by with the name. Excuse me. We already have that, so we're going to go ahead and put that in. We did that in the How to Find a Good Name video, which is a couple videos ago. And we have the email and all that stuff taken care of, which I need to go ahead and come down here. And we're going to put email 1 and email 2. And if you're seeing this and you want this text file, I'll go ahead and save this. Let me go ahead and take this out. And I'll go ahead and save this so you guys have do save as. And we'll do desktop, maybe. Here we go, desktop. And we'll save it as the profile needs worksheet. All right, and I'll save that. So I'll have that as a download in the description of this video. But I'm going to go ahead and start again. So we'll do TBF Labs. Tagline is going to be... And this is the thing, when you're creating your tagline, you want it to be catchy, you want something that people can remember, but it is something that can change over time, especially if you look at branding across, most of the bigger companies. A lot of them have changed their taglines over the years. For instance, McDonald's is now, I'm loving it, I think. But anyway, so we're going to do a tagline and put... holding fun companies for success. All right. And I don't know where that came from, but basically, since the TBF Labs is going to be kind of, if you will, a holding company or umbrella company, that works for me. So then you're going to do your email, and the email one is going to be your Gmail. So this is going to be tbflabs@gmail.com. Email 2, this is going to be what your email's going to be. It's not set up yet. We're going to do that in a later video in this tutorial. So I'm going to just go ahead and put, let's do info@tbflabs.com. And that's going to be the email. So we're going to be able to come in here and if you want, if you have a problem remembering your passwords, you can come in here and put them in here. But I would highly recommend do something a little bit more secure, something not on a computer, unless you're using something like LastPass or OnePass to keep up with your passwords. Both of them have free platforms. They're both amazing. I personally use LastPass, but that's because I go back and forth between a PC and a Mac, and I need to make sure that it's, it works on both. And I think OpenPass or OnePass is exclusively for the Mac, if I remember correctly. But anyway, so we have that, and then we're going to come through to the logo. And when it comes to your logo, you want to make sure that you have a logo that is designed properly. First of all, you want to make sure that you have it. And I personally recommend using flat logos, so basically one color with no gradients, no fades, none of that stuff, where you can change the color of the logo if you need to fit on different things. And, for instance, watermarks, you may want your logo black on your website, but you may need it white to watermark an image. So you want to make sure that you have your logo flat, and we're going to be covering that. As well as all of these in individual videos. So with the logo, you want to make sure you get it done right. You can follow along with me as I use Photoshop and Illustrator to create a logo. Then we got profile picture. This is going to be what is your profile picture, right? So this is more than likely is going to be your logo if you're doing a business. If you're doing and when I say logo, even if you're not doing a business, I would still do somewhat of a logo, even if it's a fancy font with your name in it, that you use that exact same font and spacing and all that stuff on everything you do. It just helps with branding, and it helps people kind of visually tie that look to everything you do as you the person, or you the business. Profile bio, this is going to be something you're going to want to spend a little bit of time on. You want to make sure you're clear and precise as far as what you have to offer and what you do. And I have emoji bio concept. This is basically just for Instagram, because you want to make sure that you have everything filled out there. And why I have concept is because this is something you will probably change on a regular basis. And I don't mean like weekly, but maybe once every few months, or if you have something new come out, you may add a few things into the bio to change. So you want to basically have a concept, and why I say emoji is when you have emojis in your bio on Instagram, you have a higher click-through, or at least based on my split test, that was the result, to your website. Then you have hero images, which is going to be like your Facebook cover photo, your Twitter cover. So when they go to your profiles on these platforms, that top image, it's crisp, it's clear, it's got high detail, not necessarily high resolution, but because they optimize it and they shrink it down for you anyways, but just something that looks good, that kind of has the same vibe and feel for it. If you're not sure what to do and you're doing a business that, maybe accounting, we'll say for an example, you may not have images, and you may not want those images to be pictures of you or pictures of your office. You may want to be, have it be something fun, in which case you can come into your browser, and I recommend going to Unsplash, and it's unsplash.com, and this is 100% free photos that are open to use for both profit, non-profit, everything. There's no trademarks or copyrights on any of them. They are free to use for commercial purposes with a free commercial use right, and you can come into the Unsplash license. We'll open that in a new template. And then it shows here, can be used for free. You can use them for commercial and non-commercial purposes. So these are good to use. So you can come in here and, if you're doing accounting, you can do, let's do bookkeeping. Let's see what it shows. Yeah, so it's a lot of books, different things, but, you can come through here and just, tax. Let's do tax. You can come in and kind of, look and see, you may want money up there, some, looks like an invoice, and you can find images here. And this is something you can use across the board. At any point, we are going to be coming back to this section, or to this website when it gets to building the website for background images and things of that nature. I love this website. There's also stockvault.net. Go ahead and open that. Stockvault.net. And this is another one that's like that. And then the other one I use is pexels.com. And between these three, they have great pictures. You can find a lot of cool stuff, but once in a while you'll have your eye or your mind dead set on a specific style of a photo. They may not be in here, and if that's the case, then you can always use sites like StockFresh, and there's a bunch of other paid stock photo sites that you can use and buy the images you want to use for commercial rights. Personally, the only paid one I've used probably over the last 5-6 years is stockfresh.com. Of course, like I said, there's hundreds of others. But anyway, so we're going to go back to the checklist, and that's it. So basically, once you get this stuff done, of course, you're going to want to have like an about page content, homepage content, stuff like that. But for the purpose of the video, of course, any of this stuff you can go back and change, with the exception of like your Gmail address. But for the most part, you can go in and change content. You can change your profile pics and all that stuff over time if you decide to rebrand or anything like that. But for now, this is the stuff that I use. These are the steps and the things that I normally try to get together before I move forward in getting the domain and hosting and everything else, so we can make sure that we have everything in place and we're not being held back. So if you like this video, please be sure to follow along as we continue the process. The next video in this tutorial series is going to be the logo design, and then we're going to move down through the rest of these. So basically put, if you like the video, please be sure to like it. Be sure to subscribe and hit the little bell for notifications on YouTube. And if there's anything I can do for you, feel free to comment below, and I'll be glad to help where I can. Hope everyone has had a great day. Sorry about the dog barking. My name is CJ Halleck with CJHalleck.com. Be great and stay boosted.